Hello, guys, and welcome to this new episode of this series, 30 Days of JavaScript. So today we will be working on problem number 5. So we completed already 4 problems on this series, and today we are covering problem number 5, which is apply transform over each element in array. Now, it's important to mention that we are covering a new topic here because the previous question was for closures. Now we are doing the basic array transformation, and this is the first problem of the basic array transformation. So let's go ahead and read the statement problem. Now it says, given an integer array, ARR, and the mapping function Fn, return a new array with a transformation applied to each element. The return array should be created such that the position inside this return array, or whatever element that will be in this position inside this array, will be equal to this function Fn that will take the element in position I in the array, and then also the index or the position where the element is located inside the array. So pretty much like the value that will be in index I inside this array will be equal to whatever value that, will be equal to the value in index I inside the array ARR, and we are taking also this I so that we can do some transformation. So again, we are not the one writing this function. This function is being given to us. So we are now writing the logic of the function. Now we have some examples here. So example number 1. So we'll be given the array and the function as well. Now the fn function, for example number 1, will perform this task right here. We return n plus 1. And on example number 2, the function fn will perform this task. So this one here will perform this task. So by taking n and I, this is what we're gonna do. So you can see that the return is different for both functions, but pretty much it seems like this function return an object or has return an object or can be a different function compared to the next one. So you can see this one is +1, the naming, and this one is +I. And the last one here is constant, so the return will always be 42. So we are now writing this function right here. So we should focus on returning a new array, and once we pass the data to this function will do will do the transformation for us and return a value that will store to the return array. So let's go ahead and first create a function that we are going to use because, as you can see explanation here, if we create a constant new array, this new array has to be equal to map that will take the array that is being given to us, and then also the function that is being given to us, and do some algorithm inside to make sure that the return value is the one that the computer is expecting. Okay, now let's go ahead, which will be create a function named map that will take argument. And the map function, right? The map function, a new array. A new transform array. Transform array. Right. Alright, so let's go ahead. We are going to have constant map here, which will be equal to So we are going to take two arguments, right? R and the function. Now, because we are going to return a new array, so inside here, I am going to create a temporary array or the return array that we will be using. So I'm going to say let's turn array initially be empty, so no value assigned to it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through this array right here, the one that is being given to us, and use this function here to make the transformation, to do the transformation on each value based on what function is being passed to us. If it's +1, it's going to do n plus 1, so it's going to return n plus 1. If it's plus I, it's going to return n plus I, and if it's constant, it's just going to return 42. Okay, so we will do for let I equal to 0, right? And then I less than array that length. Yeah, and I and the return array, we are going to use this logic right here. But instead of doing it this way, what I can do is I can just push the new element to this array right here. Okay, so is return array, yeah, return array that push, when I push the new element that will be returned by this function. So I need to call this function right here. So it's going to be fn, and I'm going to get the array, the elements inside the array at that index, and also pass the index. Okay, and then at the bottom here, after pushing all the elements inside this new array, I'm going to return the array. Return the array. Okay, so pretty much we create a function called map that take array and function, or that take ARR array and a function, and inside that we create a new empty array which we are going to populate with the transform value of the element inside this array, and then return this return array. Okay, so straightforward. So this one is the for loop, so we are iterating inside this array right here, making sure that we catch all the value or all the elements, and then transform those elements using the fn function. So if we run this, I think that should work. All right. Yep. Perfect. So as you can see, we pass all the cases, case number 1, 2, and 3. This is the inputs. The function that they gave us is the +1 function, and also they gave us an array. The output, so we did the return +1. So pretty much is when we pick, let's say, the element at index 0, we add 1 to that element and we return 2. For this one, we add 1, and then for this one as well, we add 1. All right. Now for case number 2, it was the return +I. The return +I at index 0, we get the element which is 1. So 1 plus 0, which is the value of index at this location, it's 1. And then here, the index is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And here the index is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. And the last one, I think, is constant. So no matter the value that is given to us, we are going to return on 32. So we passed the case, or we passed this problem. Let's submit and see what is the outcome. We can see the code has been accepted, but yeah, here it's kind of negative. We didn't reach 32% of user with JavaScript. I believe there is a better way of doing this. But for now, the code worked. Maybe someone out there has a better option or a better way of solving this. But this marked the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe or leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and also leave a comment or feedback for improvement. And I once again, thank you very much, and you have yourself a wonderful day. And bye bye.